The one that's hovering higher is clearly defense. I mean, from the time that India-Pakistan conflict started, we already had seen the second rung of a momentum build up as far as across the defense space is concerned. Now there are further geopolitical tensions that are erupting. I mean, people are talking about more and more conflicts that could continue, to escalate. How would you look at defense space at large? Do you think investors have a case to still bet big on the defense story in India?
So, when you see a power diminish, a large power which was in a sort of a unipolar world come down, obviously regional conflicts are going to go up,
Yeah.
right? And one of these, all the high profile conflict which could emerge after this is going to be the Taiwan one issue that comes to light. So there is going to be constantly some geopolitical issue burning everywhere. And that is when every nation would want to protect itself, will want to arm itself. And that presents India with a fantastic opportunity because, we had projected, about 30,000 crores of exports by 2030. Today we are talking of 3 lakh. So our export targets are up. We are supplying to 100 countries. If you leave, today, who are the largest suppliers of armaments? US, Russia, Europe, and Israel. All these countries are at war. Okay. On top of that, you have far excellent, defense technology portrayed by India in the war with Pakistan, and that everyone wants to have. And now the defense ecosystem is also very well developed in India. So I think that defense stocks over the next 5 to 10 years are going to have a very, very robust growth story. And I believe that one should remain invested on.
Any key stocks that you are selecting? I mean, would you go with large caps like HAL, BEL? Would you be big on the shipbuilders, Mazagon, Cochin, GRSE? How are you selecting the players within this basket for yourself and for your clients?
I think, so if you look at HAL, the engine issue is already resolved. So, now you have the supply removed. So, HAL becomes a very good play. Look at BEL, it is not restricted to any one point of things, and you're not building very large vessels like, ships or etc. You're supplying more, a lot of things across various different industry channels of defense. So that becomes one of the marquee plays to look at. Look at drones, uh, look at, different, from the private space, there are so many companies which are doing barely 200-300 crores of sales. You know, their sales are going to jump in quantum because now they're only got approved and they'll get orders and their orders will be flush. They will get advances because security is very important, and that entire virtue cycle is going to play out for all the defense players. You have to just go there and find ones which are really doing well.
Okay, let me also take Rudra's view here. Rudra, I remember last time around when we were discussing, you were saying that you would now stay away from defense. How are you looking at the defense story at this point in time? Do you think with these rising geopolitical tensions globally, is there still a case to look at defense afresh, or the valuations don't match up?
Sakshi, I was very clear I will stay away from defense, but I will be buying only two stocks there. That was BEL and HAL. I said it should be in everyone's portfolio without fail. But yes, if you look at the shipping building stocks like your Mazagon Dock or GRSE, they are all very, very highly valued. See, in fact, they are discounting earnings of 2-3 years ahead right now. And for me, having no margin of safety and investing for a shorter period of time into them was not advisable. But for sure, BEL and HAL, even at current market price, I advocate a buy, and I was buying it even last week, and I was advocating a buy on both BEL and HAL. But especially if you see the shipping stocks, and even for that matter, specifically if you see Mazagon Dock, so all these are so richly valued, and they're discounting 2-3 years of earnings ahead. So for me, that was a concern. I'm not saying they're bad stocks, but they are great companies, but at greater valuation. So for me, unless you have a 5-year kind of a time horizon, I may not pick any of these shipbuilding companies, but for sure, even at current market price, I will be a buyer in HAL. I am saying HAL will be your next Indigo kind of a stock. It will be the next Bajaj Finance kind of a stock, and you should hold HAL in your portfolio. I won't be surprised to see 8,000 to 10,000 to come on HAL in next 1 year. That's a return of 50-60% in a frontline stock. And similarly, if you see BEL at current market price of around 410, in fact, I was advocating a buy at 380, 390 zones onwards very recently. Even at 410, 415 right now, if you are buying BEL, yes, stock can give 20-30% kind of a return in next 1 year. So my target is around 500 to 600 on BEL, and HAL can go up to 8,000. And both are F&O stocks. Definitely one can take a long position and roll over it for a longer period.
Okay.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.